Circle, the creators of USDC, are launching their own blockchain and token known as ARC. And in this video, we will show you how to potentially qualify for this airdrop completely for free. So before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it. Now, diving straight into it, my friends, we are over on the ARC website. Now, I'm just going to say one thing. I really hope this isn't going to be like Monad whatsoever, where they completely went against their community. Now, I'm saying this only because this is absolutely massive. This is coming from ARC. USDC has raised over $2.2 billion. And of course, now that they've got their own blockchain, who knows whether or not they're going to do an airdrop to their most loyal users. Now, I kind of avoided it because, like I said, I was skeptical. I didn't know whether or not this was going to be a waste of time. But like always, guys, I don't think it should be a waste of time, because if it does launch an airdrop, fantastic. If it doesn't, at least we're getting ourselves acquainted with the ARC network, of which is going to be probably massive, seeing as where it derived from. Therefore, as always, my friends, it's entirely up to you whether or not you want to follow this free airdrop guide. It's going to be on a testnet, so like always, it's entirely down to you. Now, about the airdrop, what token is it going to be? Well, it's most likely going to be the ARC token. The ARC token will probably be just a governance token of which will govern the entire network. However, the main purpose of this network will be that it uses stablecoins as its main gas token, which of course will be USDC, because Circle are the creators of this network. So, basically, guys, once we're ready, we are now going to qualify for the airdrop. However, over on the ARC X page, you can see everything about the testnet going live on the 28th of October, showcasing that we are still relatively early. However, you can read more about it here, guys. You can go to the Learn More section and read everything you need to know about the public testnet. All the information is here for you guys to read. Now, we have also got an ecosystem which is slowly growing. If we head over to the ecosystem, which we'll return to later, you can see here that we've got some massive protocols already preparing for the mainnet launch, and of course testing it all out on the testnet. We can see Aave, Across, even BlackRock, Visa are on here as well, Cloudflare, Coinbase, Curve, guys, you name it, there are some massive companies and protocols all here in the ARC ecosystem. So for everyone ready to qualify for the airdrop, we're either going to A, scroll down to the bottom of this page, or B, go over to the home page where we're going to scroll to the bottom, and as you can see here, we've got the Explorer, which we first want to get up. Next, once you're here, you want to scroll down to the bottom once again. On the bottom left, you can see ARC Testnet, which we want to get. Of course, only do this if you are comfortable and happy. For me, I am going to do so. We are on the official ARC Testnet Explorer. We've officially done that, guys, and that is step one. Step two, we're now going to go back over to the home page of ARC, and we are now going to go once again to the bottom where we had the Explorer, and below that, we've got the full set. Once we're over on the full set, we can see USDC and USC, of which are both stablecoins enabled to use within the ARC testnet. So here, as you can see, guys, one request per pairing of stablecoin and testnet work hourly. So every single hour you can come back here and get yourself a testnet token, which is absolutely fantastic. The more you are able to do, the better off you will be. So what we're going to do is we're now going to head up here, and we're now going to get our wallet address. So of course we can then use this to get ourselves testnet tokens to use on the network. Boom. Very simple. As you can see, 10 testnet USDC is on its way to your wallet and should appear shortly. Completely free, guys, no real monetary value. These are just testnet tokens. Next, I'm going to do the same thing with USC as well. Fantastic. So this is just basically a Euro stablecoin, and then basically you just send that over and we'll come back in an hour to get 10 more of each. Come back as much as you possibly can, guys. I don't expect you to come here 24 times a day because that would be crazy, but if you can, by all means, do the best you can. That's step two. However, guys, now that we've done that, we want to go back over to the homepage of ARC Network, because we're going to spend our time in the ecosystem, doing as much as we possibly can. Slowly and slowly, guys, they are increasing the amount of applications within their network. And right now, because it's the early stages, you might find a few bugs, you might find this a bit glitchy. So please bear that in mind as you go on with this adventure. So for step three, this is a funny bit. Here, you can't actually use the main dApps that you see within the ecosystem right here. So for example, Aave, the product isn't actually live yet, so we can't use the ARC testnet on Aave. But once it is, I'll definitely show you how to do so. Same with a lot of the other protocols, guys. Most of these are not live yet, but will probably be live on the mainnet. However, they're probably all just building to build the best product possible once the mainnet goes live. But it doesn't end here, guys. Don't worry, we have got some DApps that we're going to show you. So the first one is going to be Infinity Name, a Web3 name service of which is multi-chain. So you'll see it on many different networks, not just Arc. So what we want to do is get ourselves logged in. Next, as you can see, it already comes up with the Arc testnet. If you haven't, make sure to select it if you, of course, want to focus on Arc. Next, you just want to choose a name. So whether or not it was Tony Soprano, John Wick, or whatever it is, guys, it's entirely up to you. Let's see if we got John Wick. I don't think it will be available. So we go down, try and find it on Arc. Fantastic. We can do so for 1 testnet USDC, which is absolutely awesome. Hopefully that will stay with mainnet because that is absolutely wicked. I've never got that name in Web3 before. Fantastic. So after we've done that, guys, that is 1 transaction done on the Arc testnet, helping us to, of course, stack up those transactions and build a tiny bit of volume. But from here, you can very simply get yourselves another name if you wanted to, guys. It's entirely up to you. It will help you stack up transactions. But I'm happy with my main name, which is going to be johnwick.arc. And you can set as the primary name of which I'm going to do here. Helps with another little transaction on the Arc testnet, so that is always helpful. Next, guys, we've got OmniHub, another multi-chain protocol of which utilizes the Arc testnet in its early stages, which is perfect for us. So here, as you can see, guys, we're going to get ourselves logged in. Next, as you can see up in the top left, we don't want the mainnet, we want the testnet, of which has 24 chains. And of course, that one being the Arc testnet, of which we're trying to focus on. So down below, we can see Stable, Arc, Mawari, Sandchain, Pharaohs Atlantic, of which we are also focusing on as well, guys. Just to let you know, we have many airdrop tutorials covering Pharaohs, and you can check that out on our YouTube channel. So I'll definitely check that out, guys. But going over to the Arc testnet, as you can see down below, we have got many NFTs of which we can get. So you can basically just choose to get one of these NFTs. So for example, Arc cross with OmniHub. All I'm going to do is very simply get myself this free NFT by following OmniHub over on X, coming back over. Next, I'm going to retweet this post. Boom. As you can see, you can now get yourself this Arc NFT with OmniHub, and that is another transaction and another thing that you can have in order to help you for the future of an Arc airdrop. Awesome. Just goes to show how early we are. Next, either A, go back to the other page and just get yourselves more NFTs if you really wanted to. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to get myself maybe 7 of these NFTs because why not? Or maybe even 8. Just going to help myself for more volume, my transactions, X, Y, and Z. Who knows if this is the official NFT from Arc? But all you want to do is, guys, very simply just get your favorite NFTs if, of course, you wanted to. They're all completely free because, of course, this is a test network. So again, I'm just going to get myself a few of these. Boom. Thank you very much. More volume, more transactions. Absolutely awesome. This is OmniHub. Another one of which we have seen across our path before is ZK Codex. All we need to do is come here once again. After that, what we need to do is, my friends, we need to very simply head up to the GM streak. All we can see here are many chains of which you can use. So we've got super chains, conduit, we've got testnets, and we've got other chains of which we can use. But for us, we want to focus on this one right here, which is the Arc testnet, which it automatically had us on. And then you can send GM, boom, this is going to help you with a transaction. Absolutely awesome. Nice, simple, and easy, my friends. So that is basically 3 different applications that we've used in this video. We will come back in the future for more. There's one last thing that you can do, and it's very simple, and that is to very simply send testnet tokens. So you would go up to your USDC or whatever it is, and you can send it to yourself. So for example, if I used another profile, maybe it was this burner 2, I would go here and then send 1 testnet USDC, of which will then help me with another transaction, and hopefully, my friends, an airdrop in the future. So guys, that is very well the Arc testnet airdrop guide for now. In the future, we'll be back, like I said. However, we've covered everything that you can do for now. Make sure to get as many testnet tokens as possible, because soon we're going to have many more decentralized applications such as Aave, Across, Layer 0 protocols, Curve, you name it, guys. There's probably going to be many of the popular DApps that we all know and love on the Arc testnet. Friends, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.